Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Taking Up Space, a Michelle A. Mayer podcast. Always excited about coming forward, y'all. Today is no different. I was sitting here singing me a little Sanchez. Do you guys like reggae? I love reggae. He says, there are lots of signs in life, some that you may not like. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Today, I'm going to be speaking to such things. I'm going to speak to seasons today. I'm going to speak to the seasons of life. And I'm going to use the book of Ecclesiastes to support what I'm saying. I'm not going to read a lot today. I'm going to just lean on one verse. And that verse says in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, it reads, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Friend, I'm here to tell you, your birth was declared before you were even conceived. There's no happenstance in this big dance that we got going on here. We are all enveloped in a big symphony, a choreography, a symphonic melody that everybody is dancing to. Everything in this realm is dancing to this melody. Whether it's a plant, whether it's a human, whether it's an animal, whether it's a molecule, everything is vibrating, everything is moving to a melody. I was thinking today of how different signs can come upon us in our lives. Different things will come upon us and act as directionals. A lot of times they'll act as symbols, letting us know where we are. And these signs always occur at particular seasons in our lives. These signs always show up at pivotal seasons in our lives. And it's as if the purpose of our existence, the activities that we have all accumulated along the way up to that point, and the level of experiences, activities that we've had, and the time we have had in wrestling with them, experience. So experience and activity. Experience is time. The time you've had intermingling yourself, knowing a thing, getting to know a thing, that's time. And that is all enveloped in experience. So experience and time are synonymous with one another as it relates to this ideology. And purpose. The spending of time doing things that matter. That's purpose. Spending time doing things that really make sense, that not even make sense, that you were called to do. Not doing things outside of your calling, but cultivating your calling. And getting enough time in the form of experience in doing that. Once you've reached a certain threshold of fullness in that, whether you have cultivated your calling or whether you've been focusing your attention on the things that are outside of your calling, it doesn't matter. There will be a fullness that will take place after a certain amount of time has transitioned. And this body of time is what one would consider a season. It is this body of time that one would label, put a stamp on and say, season. The season is the fullness of all the experiences, or let's just say the allotted time that you have in getting the fullness of a particular level of experience that has been presented to you. It's like a gift within that season that has been granted to you for you to get the fullness of within this particular time frame. And when that season begins, a lot of times, the way that you know that that season is upon you are through symbols, signs. A lot of times they're through nature. God uses nature to show what seasons of life you're in. Yet if you don't stand in the truth of what that season expects of you, neither if you have not stood in the truth of the past seasons that have come and gone, and you have not reaped the fullness of those seasons, you will misunderstand the signs. You will misinterpret the symbols. All of us are bound to signs and symbols. All of us are bound to the seasons of life. Every last one of us. And what one may consider a particular type of sign or symbol, another could consider it a different sign and symbol. Just because you both are looking at the same sign and the same symbol during the same season, you don't see it the same, because you both don't have the same calling, neither do you have the same level of experiences. Neither one of you did it exactly as the other. Neither one of you see it with the same philosophy as the other. So you will not interpret the sign or the symbol the same. This is the brilliance of God. God can put a thing in front of you and make it, and it could be this pen. And to me, looking at this pen in a particular season, I will interpret a response, a truth from the symbol and the sign of this pen appearing in my life than someone that has been standing next to me for the last 6 months. We will look at it differently, contingent upon our own personal set of experiences. We're all at different places in life. And even though we're surrounded by the same stuff, we all interpret the stuff differently. What are you interpreting of the signs that come upon you in your life? How are you visualizing them? How do you know that you can interpret them in the fullness that they have presented themselves? You, in my opinion, can do so by looking at your own particular walk, by cross-referencing yourself to all of your experiences, and looking within and asking yourself the truthful questions of, how do I feel about myself? Do I feel worthy? Do I feel whole? Have I honored the thoughts of my heart? Have I moved in alignment with the thoughts of my heart? These questions allow you to interpret the signs and the symbols that come upon you in the seasons of your life in truth and authenticity. It is these signs that allow the authenticity of the symbols and the signs that come upon you to shine. You're not weighed down by guilt and burdens and all these various feelings that allow you to lie to yourself. You're not burdened down with feelings of inadequacy that make you bend and squint your eyes so you don't really have to see it for what it is. You squint so you can see it in that shady kind of way, so that you can make it to be something that it's not. It is how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your walk in life, that allows you to get the fullness of the signs that God sends to you. This is on my spirit today. Experience, action, and mindset determines the season. The seasons are going to come regardless. Everything in this life has a season. But your experiences, the activities you've had in life, and the way you see yourself, your mindset, determines how you view the seasons and the symbols that come within the seasons. Are you viewing things the way that they should be viewed, in the fullness that God has sent them to be viewed by you? This was my word for you today. Not really long today. There is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Within these seasons, God sends us vessels. Even if we're not on the right track, God sends us vessels within these seasons. God just doesn't give up on us and say, oh, I gave you the season. You didn't take advantage of it. Oh, well, next. No, God, within the seasons of life, prepares things for us. It's as if God forecasts out that we are trending in a particular way and we won't change it. So this upcoming season that is fixed, these seasons are fixed. Winter, spring, summer, fall, they don't change. So this next season coming up, I'm going to create an avenue. I'm going to send a vessel amongst them to assist them in navigating within the season, so that they get the fullness of the season, so that they abandon what is not working and what has not worked all along and what has led them to this disempowered state. I'm going to send them an opportunity to redeem themselves, to try something new in this new season. What opportunities are God showing you in your life through symbols? Symbols that says you have another opportunity to try it again. What do you choose to do? Do you stay with this old mindset and blaming people and looking to make people the bad guy? Or do you adopt this new mindset of holding your own selves accountable and saying, this is my life and I've got to get the fullness of this. I must take advantage of these opportunities that God is leading me through and to, so that I rise to the level of creation that I was established to rise to. Surely I'm sure that many of us have done really well in our walks in life. We've had a plethora of experiences, both good and bad. But these seasons that are coming and this season that is here, God is saying, here's another opportunity for you to get that area that you have been covering with all this other stuff. All the stuff that you feel good about, you've been covering this area up with because you don't feel good about it. You technically get all F's in this area. But I need you to get A's in this, just like you've gotten A's in those other areas. because this area is more than likely more valuable than those other areas. This one really matters in this season of your life. In those past seasons, those areas mattered and you've gotten adjusted to them. So much so that you've found rest in them. You've made them the norm. But in this season, that does not work. And I've been prepping you for this. You felt it coming. It's not going away. It doesn't leave you because you feel like you ignoring it is going to make it go away. It does not. It's still there. And I will continue to send you signs within the seasons of your life showing you that it's still there. Because the seasons don't last forever, friend. They come and they go. And what you did not get in the season, you didn't get. And no one is lacking but you. The seasons of life. I encourage you to do the internal work is to start really feeling good about yourself. So that when the seasons of life come upon you, you feel capable of approaching whatever symbol or sign that God has sent you. As I've said, God uses the same symbols and the same signs. This is my podcast episode today. Very short and sweet on the dial. Very short and sweet on the dial today. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. And it is all of our jobs to get the fullness of what is being conveyed in the seasons of our lives. It does not hurt anyone if you don't get it, friend. I'm telling you, it doesn't hurt anyone for you to say, I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do that. Okay, I didn't make the system. You not getting it, it's you that didn't get it. All is well. You love more than you'll ever know. This is a very short podcast. There are lots of signs in life. All is well. Peace and love.